I started the Palestine Children's Relief Fund when I was working in Jerusalem as a journalist, and started to meet a lot of children who were injured and couldn't get adequate medical care in the West Bank and Gaza Strip. And as a young man who was born with the most privileged status in the world, which is a white male American, I felt very strongly that we have a moral responsibility that comes with such privilege, and that is to work for justice and work for freedom whenever people are oppressed and denied their rights. And here in Palestine, these people are being denied their rights and their freedom through my government's actions and support. So I have even a stronger responsibility to work for justice in Palestine. But I also believe strongly that that should be done in a positive way, and in a way which helps heal rather than to destroy, and which helps to improve rather than to make worse. And so by identifying these children and getting them medical care that they couldn't get and they cannot get locally due to the weaknesses or the deficiencies in the healthcare system here, I feel like I am doing several things. First and foremost, we are helping to heal the wounds of these children and getting them care that they otherwise wouldn't get, which would continue to be a burden for them and their families, to the extent that even many of them would die. I also feel that this is alleviating the healthcare system here, which is unable to provide adequate care and is financially burdened and stressed on a medical level. And it also helps to show a level of solidarity and support for people who are struggling for their basic rights, that people outside do care about their well-being, and that people are willing to come forward and help their children get treatment and to support them in ways which are improving lives here and helping to show a good level of support. I chose the Middle East as a place to work because I felt that this was an area, as an American, that people did not understand and did not appreciate, that our values as Americans to support democracy and to support freedom and to support self-determination and human rights applies most strongly here in Palestine. I think it's almost a litmus test for those who support such liberal values. If you support these very plain and basic values which we are born with as Americans, then you must support Palestine and the rights for Palestinians. That doesn't mean that we are not supporting, or we're not believing that Israel exists and that Israel is a state, but that the people that Israel is occupying in the West Bank and Gaza Strip, and the people who are refugees in the larger diaspora outside of Palestine, they also have equal rights, not less than anyone else, not less than Americans, not less than Israelis, Chinese, Frenchmen, anywhere else in the world. But those people are being denied their rights. And the fact that Americans, to a large extent, don't appreciate or understand how their government's political and economic and military support is going to work against our basic core values as Americans, is one of the reasons that I started to work here in the Middle East and believe that we have a special responsibility to work in Palestine, because these values are being denied to a people by our support, and therefore it's counter to what we believe in as Americans, and it's even counter to what should be our government's policy to support people all over the world who are struggling to be free and to have self-determination.